Much of long-term food storage centers on beans and rice, and other not very exciting items. But, something I would really miss is, chocolate. This is Lindt chocolate. It's my favorite. Used to be able to get it for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Now it's $1.25, but it just melts in your mouth. And chocolate is such a great morale booster. And to me, it would be a great bartering item also. I mean, who wants to live without chocolate? Hey, my resilient citizens, Potpourri here with another food storage video. If you're not a subscriber, please click on that subscribe button below, and also make sure that you click on the bell icon below so you're notified every time I upload a video. The problem is chocolate doesn't have an indefinite shelf life. I mean, life is really unfair. Now, USDA has this database that you can keep for your phone or for online, and it's called the Food Keeper. And it gives items quality, freshness, and shelf life. But you have to remember, this app is usually specifying when quality starts to diminish, not always when food must be discarded for safety reasons. According to USDA, quality will deteriorate 1 to 2 years after storing chocolate, such as semi-sweetened dark chocolate chips. But the semi-sweetened, the dark chocolate chips keep longer than the milk chocolate chips. So I do store chocolate chips, usually in a jar like this, and I vacuum seal it. As you can see, I've used some of them and then I vacuum seal it again. And they seem to last pretty long. Now, occasionally, if it's been like 2+ years, they might start to get kind of like a white dusty color on them. But that's okay. That doesn't mean they're not edible, and it doesn't mean that you can't use them in a recipe. You just have to make sure that, they don't have an unusual odor or any outright mold growing on them. But otherwise, they are still edible, just the quality isn't the same. Now, you might also store chocolate syrup. Once you open this has to go in the refrigerator, but it has about a 2-year shelf life before it's opened. However, there is a magical, long-lasting, maybe indefinite type of chocolate that is shelf-stable. Do you know what it is? Let me give you a hint. Don't think Swiss, think Dutch. So if you guessed it, right, Dutch cocoa powder. This is the more expensive, this is the more inexpensive Hershey's. Both taste great. Now, cocoa powder comes from the outer shell of the cocoa bean, and 70% of all cocoa beans are grown in West Africa. Now, we learned that milk chocolate has shelf life about 1 year, and dark chocolate about 2 years. But what about this? Cocoa powder has an indefinite shelf life. That's right, even the USDA says so. For freshness and quality, this item should be consumed within indefinitely, if in the pantry, from the date of purchase. But if you open it, only 1 year after. Now, I do recommend writing on, you might have your expiration date. This is how bad it is. This says expires 2016, and I've still been using it on my pantry. Anyway, you are supposed to throw it away 1 year after opening it, which is why from now on I'm going to write on when I open something, not just the expiration date. If you're familiar with Cooks Illustrated, you know they research the best methods for cooking. They ran a taste test because they wondered if cocoa spoils or loses its flavor over time, as spices do, by making a chocolate butter cookie with a box of unsweetened cocoa powder 6 years past its expiration date, and another batch with a freshly opened box of the same product. When they tasted them side by side, only about half the tasters noted a difference, calling the samples made with a geriatric cocoa duller, weaker, and more mellow. But no one noticed any off flavors. With this, you can create all kinds of chocolate treats. Who doesn't like a cup of hot chocolate? Maybe a little too hot. Anyway, great on a winter night, and my grandkids like it any time of the year. And it's so easy to make. You just need sugar, unsweetened cocoa powder, powdered milk, and a little salt. You just add a couple of tablespoons to your mug filled with hot water, and you create liquid chocolate bliss. Note, for those of you who are participating in the shelf-stable pantry recipe cookbook, I do have a handout that lists some of these cocoa recipes. They're all shelf-stable, and they can go in your cookbook, and the link will be down below. Maybe your kids don't like powdered milk, and you always add a little Hershey's. Well, what if you don't have it? Here's what you can do. You just need cocoa, vanilla extract, and maple syrup in this recipe. Now, I recommend you use real maple syrup in glass jars. According to USDA, maple syrup in glass jars last twice as long as those in plastic. And if maple syrup is kept at the right temperature, that is refrigerated, it can last indefinite. Now, who doesn't like the combination of chocolate and peanut butter? I know I do. Here's a recipe for chewy chocolate peanut butter cookies. And it doesn't use butter, just shelf-stable Crisco. Gosh, those look good. They would be great dipping in my coffee. How about the most decadent chocolate? I'm talking about truffles. You can make it with only 2 shelf-stable ingredients. And that is sweetened condensed milk, or you could use this Nestle Crema, and your cocoa powder. Those look so amazing. Emmy Made, which is a channel I highly recommend, I love her videos on YouTube, made these in a square version, and she was amazed at how good they tasted. Okay, you get the idea. There's loads of things you can make with this. And you also want to make sure you have powdered milk in your storage. According to USDA, you can store that powdered milk for 5+ years. Now, one of the things you see used a lot, though, is a sweetened condensed milk. That's only about a year shelf life. But you can make sweetened condensed milk from powdered milk if you have access to butter or margarine. And of course, for all sweet recipes, it's helpful to have a lot of sugar or other sweeteners. Now, I have a video on making a sugar bucket where I put in a bunch of sweeteners, not just sugar. I mean, there's also brown sugar, and there's confectioner's sugar, maple syrup, molasses. I mean, you start naming it, all in this bucket. So I have one bucket to turn to if I need more sweetener. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, if you run out of this, you can always use this. What's your favorite cocoa powder recipe? Comment below. Oh yeah, and remember, when it comes to chocolate, resistance is futile.